G'day guys, Will Kitching here. Welcome back to another video and thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully this is an interesting one for you guys, and I think it's going to be interesting for me as well. I don't do a lot of this fishing, but today we are out chasing marlin, and this is going to be my first time chasing blue marlin. Now there could be a bycatch of black marlin, striped marlin, wahoo, dolphinfish, yellowfin tuna. You never know when you're heading out into this blue water. I'm heading out with my cousin today. He's just parking the car. I'm sitting in the boat here. The current is absolutely gushing today. I'm literally having to just leave the boat in gear and put the nose into it. We're just about to leave the river. We're fishing off the Sunshine Coast today, launching from the Mooloolah River. So we're gonna head out, try and get some liveys. We've got some lures. We're gonna troll, try and switch bait them as well. So it should be good fun. And as I said, could be bycatch, and I'll talk you through it as well. So anyway, I'll talk to you more when we get out there. I'm just gonna pick him up here over at the pontoon. If you do enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment and ask any questions, or let us know what you thought of the video, and share it with your mates. But yeah, hopefully this will be an interesting one. Let's get straight into it. I'll see you when we get out there. All right, so we're on the way out, guys. We stopped in close to try and get some slimies. Got one, and then the whole school disappeared, which was really weird. So we've got that one slimy, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and turn it into a little dolphin fish at a fad here, and then cut the belly flaps off that and fillets if we have to. But we've got a big one, we get a bit of a feed out of it too maybe. So anyway, we're going to put that one slimy out. Hopefully we don't waste it. Try and get a bit of bait here on the way out. Watch your wahoo will snip you off.
Yeah, probably. What way is that current running?
It's almost like it's coming this way.
Does that look like a fish out the back of it? Yeah, see him out the back,
yeah.
Just jumping.
Yeah.
There's a little fella, but we'll drift over him.
They still hit it, bud.
Yeah.
Up down the coast.
I'd rather a big one, that way I can get some big fillets off him.
Yeah, true. Is there one on it?
Yeah.
Got one.
Yeah, don't come off.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I've got my slimy back.
Oh, we're going doubles.
Slimy back too. That's a 2 for 1.
Do you want a net?
That slimy before anything.
Net here or?
Oh, there's a little gap there. One, two, three. That's a belly flap if I've ever seen one.
That is first cast of the trip.
That's a bait if I've ever seen one.
So as I said, we're going to try and cut the belly flaps off of this for bait. And obviously if we get a couple more and we don't use it as bait, they're delicious as well. So how good's that? Alright guys, so we are out here trolling. It's been a couple of hours already. You haven't seen much, but I just thought I'd talk you through what's happening. Got that dolphin fish on the way as a bit of bait and a bit of food later as well. But yeah, put the lures in 200 meters, and we've been sort of pushing out a little bit, trolling around that depth, trying to find areas where there's a lot of bait holding, and we found a few so far, but no fish. Might have seen a couple of fish showing on the sounder just by themselves, so yeah, nothing yet, but we're still persisting, and we think they could come on soon. You never know. So we've heard reports of other boats seeing a few more around some bait schools, so hopefully they're starting to rise up in the water column, and they're going to come for our lures. But what I thought I'd do is I'll talk you through our spread so you understand what's happening. Now there's pretty much 2 things that could happen here if a fish comes up. So the first one is it could just hit one of the lures. The second thing is it could come up in the spread behind one of the teasers. We're going to try and switch bait them. So if that happens, I'll explain to you what's going on, but for now we're just going to try and pull one up and get one in the spread. But I'll give you a look at what we got here. So firstly, we're only running 2 skirted lures spread out by these black outriggers. These 2 setups here with the orange line are the ones with lures on. And as you can see here, the line runs up to the release clip on the outrigger and then out to the lures. They're both set back in fairly clear water behind the whitewash, with one a few meters back behind the other so you can make tight turns and not get tangled. These rods on either side in the gunnels are actually towing our teasers that my cousin has made himself. So the idea is that if you hook a fish, you can just crank that reel and pull it in really quickly, or pull it away from a fish when switch baiting. These are the teasers my cousin made. Pretty much a really big skirt with no hooks and he stitched a bit of that dolphinfish in to give it some taste and keep that marlin chasing it. Here's a look at the teasers in action. As you can see, they make a huge bubble trail and push a lot of water, and they work really well. Now the last part of the plan is this spin rod in the middle of the two lure rods, which is already rigged up with a switch bait, ready to go, ready to pitch out at any marlin that come up right behind the teasers. This is a photo of a switch bait that I found online, which is very similar to what we used, except instead of using a dead fish, we used the belly flaps of that dolphinfish, and my cousin Alex stitched it up to make it nice and streamlined. So switch baiting is pretty much where a marlin comes up on your teaser, you're going to pull that away from it so it's chasing it, but then as that's being pulled in, you let out your switch bait, and that has a hook in it obviously, and then the marlin grabs that instead. Now after hours of trolling and seeing nothing, there was a tide change coming up, which is a great bite time for marlin and other pelagic species. We finally started to get some action with the first hit coming on one of the lures. Well, at least it's a bite. That's what I'll say. Now after we missed this hit, we kept working the same school of bait pretty hard, and our next hookup came pretty soon after, and this one was absolutely screaming off. It's on, mate. On. Everything. It's a good fish. Yeah. Thanks a lot for that. You alright? Get on the rod, mate. You sure? Yeah, mate. Alright, you can make up the front. Hey? Up and around. Alright? Yep. Up and around. Big fish. You sure you don't want it, mate?
I'll be back out here tomorrow now.
Oh!
There you go. Good strike, Marlin.
Yeah.
Real addiction, time out two.
Yeah, got ya.
Yeah, bud, we just jumped a nice stripe up here. Pretty much on that tide change.
Did you say you got a stripe?
Yeah, jumped him off again. Hit the short corner on the teaser off on J hooks on the skirt, and yeah, jumped off.
Oh, bugger. Gonna get another one.
Yeah, we'll try. There's a bit of bait pushed up here on the surface, not on the surface, but you know, it's sort of pushed up a bit, so we'll give him a crack.
This is what we were seeing on the sounder. As you can see, there is a school of bait up higher and a stack of several marlin just below them. Alex was saying this is often how striped marlin appear, as they regularly hunt in packs like this. After this, we had one more strike that we missed, and it was time to head home, but my cousin went out the next morning with a mate, and they got onto a couple.
What's that, Jez? Marked him, ate the teaser, got the switch bait out but didn't get it, and we're on. And gone crazy. Cracker! Marked him, ate the teaser hard, and then smashed the short corner. Watch the whole thing. Very cool.
Electric, eh?
Yeah. They're chunky fish, eh?
He's gonna be alright.
Yeah, he'll soon get one.
What do we do, kids?
Just switch front proper. Proper switched him. Nearly had a double. That was wild. Oh, that makes it so worth it.
Oh, mate. He was on that for so long.
Oh.
What's that, Kitchy?
That is my first strike.
Switch bait.
Proper. That was unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Good fish too.
Alright, we'll grab him. Now, even though I missed out on the marlin, it was great to see Alex and his mate get out and get some the next day. It was only a week or so later that one of my best mates, Ben, invited me out on his new tinny with some other mates to go chase some Australian bass in the freshwater. And I think you should get a laugh out of this because there was some proper smack talk going on and they were giving me a lot of stick for losing so many fish. So I just thought I'd add these two trips together. Firstly, because they were within a week of each other and it's two totally different extremes. But secondly, because they were both catch and release sessions. So I've got to give full credit to Ben for this one. He's gone out and bought the tinny, went out and found these bass and started catching them, and I just tagged along. So full credit to him. And yeah, we were also joined by his girlfriend Alyssa, and then on their jet ski we also had our other friends Lewis and Louise. So anyway, let's get into the action. When we arrived at the spot, Ben was on straight away.
Yeah, baby.
Are you kidding?
Hey, Lewis. Bass.
I just got a snag. Ben puts a new lure on, first cast, gets a bass. Not bad, mate. Where'd you cast for that?
Straight out.
Where your snag was?
Yeah, I bumped your snag, bro.
I vibed them up for you. Yeah, nice. Amazing.
A few moments later.
Ben's on again already. I'm retying. He's got two in what, 3 casts?
Yeah.
Alright. You're allowed to catch him again now, Ben. I'm ready to fish.
Alright, I'll give. Yep.
You're literally getting one every cast. You're kidding, man. That's awesome. That's a better one, I reckon.
Just bricked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my thing.
Oh, dude. Okay, I need to cast right now.
Hey, Lewis.
Yuck, it's.
Ben is on fire. What's going on here? Here we go. Bass, play the game right now for me.
I laughed good and catch one.
What a joker.
What if you catch a catfish, bro? Oh, wouldn't be impressed. Oh. Yes.
Bring it in, Willie. Bass.
Yes. No! 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 That's like the biggest bass I've hooked since I was 12 years old. Oh! I finally hooked one.
Well, I'm taking your bass too. I just cast it on.
Nah, you're right. If you get one this cast, I might cry though, just saying. Oh, well, it gives me confidence that I actually got a hit.
I saw it.
Yeah, it was about the same, or maybe a bit smaller than the ones you had, but I would have taken it. If I don't get one now, I probably will not sleep tonight. Definitely schooled up there though, eh? To be getting that many hits.
Yes, Alyssa.
That's a bass.
Bring it in.
Can everyone stop catching bass now?
Yes.
Are you kidding?
I want a lure. That was my second fling. If that makes me feel any better.
Ben, have you got another one of those, mate? So at this point, those guys were on fire. I'd lost a couple and I was starting to think maybe my hooks are too small. So I thought, all right, let's tie on a spinnerbait. Surely that should work. The other thing was Ben's lure was probably getting deeper than mine. And yeah, it just seemed to be getting a lot more hits in general. So I go to switch my lure and tie on a spinnerbait. And sure enough, everyone else keeps catching them right in front of my face.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Just pass the line this way. Oh my god.
What is that?
A bass. So as you can see, the sun was going down now and I still hadn't caught one. So I thought I better borrow Ben's rod and lure for a couple of casts, and then all of a sudden... Yes, yes, yes. Yes, please. Please. Stay on. Oh, sorry. I'm pretty much a bass expert. Couldn't even catch on my own rod. Came out with Ben today, and he's taken me to one of his secret spots where he's been catching them the last couple of weeks. And couldn't even use my own rod and lure. I've dropped 6 or more. But yeah, his work. So that's a nice one. What was it, 40 or something? 42. So yeah, not bad at all. We'll send it back. Gone. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's 2 totally different extremes, as I said, but both pretty cool fishing sessions. One with those marlin where my cousin and his mate ended up getting some, but I hope the techniques that I walked you through were helpful. And then obviously catching some bass with my mates is something that most people can do up in the freshwater rivers around southeast Queensland. If you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and a comment letting me know what you thought of the video, and make sure you subscribe for more action. Until next time, guys, tight lines, happy fishing, and thank you so much for all the support.